Hey everybody, Ken Clark here. We're talking about maintenance in schools and specifically the issue of lead. So quick recap. You may have recalled last year and the year before that, Department of Environmental Quality said they found lead in schools, in some of the pipes, and they needed to remediate that. What they did is they took money from the DEQ budget. They had to take some of their own money just to do the testing, and then they tested schools, gave a report, and then asked the schools to do the remediation. Now recall, the School Facilities Board is that entity that should be doing maintenance and operations, or maintenance for schools. The local school districts were forced to do some of these repairs themselves. Now I want to preface this conversation, teachers, parents, anyone who's listening, we don't want you to be alarmed about the issue of lead. We are talking about this from the standpoint of responsibility and who should be paying for it, and why the current legislature needs to pay more into maintenance to do this. So with me is Jessica Howard, who's going to talk a little bit about her school.
Yes. So I am the Energy and Sustainability Coordinator for Alhambra Elementary School District. And I feel like there's a lot of half-truths. There is some support from the School Facilities Board, but our district is concerned about the long-term cost of our infrastructure, and specifically relating to this problem. So over a year ago, Alhambra, we actually volunteered to have our school district tested. We wanted to make sure that we assured our parents that our water quality was fine and we didn't have any lead issues. Unfortunately, the test results came back. In areas where the water had been stagnant, where the water wasn't run continuous, such as a science laboratory that maybe isn't used as a separate room, or a snack shack, place where the clubs had the opportunity to sell snacks. If the water had been there for a while, not been run, we had positive test results. That of course alarmed our superintendent. He immediately said, we need to shut off these water sources. And at the district's dime, we bought bottled water for these areas while we waited for a plan to be put in place. We did apply for the building renewal grant funds from School Facilities Board. We did receive funds to assist with the remediation. So we have remediation in place. It's remediation at the pipes at the source, but this is going to be a continuous process. We received new kits to retest our water. We don't know how often we're gonna have to retest, like what if we get another set of positive results? Where is the funding going to come for the new cartridges that have been put in place? We aren't guaranteed that we will receive funding for those new cartridges. The infrastructure behind the piping in our school system is of concern to us. And we have seen an 85% reduction in our capital funds. And this is just one example of the challenges that we have. We could talk about fire alarm systems in our schools. That we have a school that is on fire watch. The alarm goes off so often the students ignore it. And we've been waiting over a year. We've been working with the School Facilities Board on this request, and we still haven't received funds. And we already replaced the fire alarm systems in 3 of our schools in the district's time. So there are safety concerns, and we beg for money. I think the School Facilities Board doesn't actually have funds to give us anymore.
They don't. So just to wrap this up, for those of you who are watching, to put it in perspective, last year's budget gave $17 million for School Facilities Board. The School Facilities Board, by formula, since the year 2000, we should owe them somewhere in the ballpark of $2.2 billion. We have gotten nowhere near what we should have been paying for maintenance. And what happens when you don't take care of your maintenance? You have higher costs with deferred maintenance later on. The governor needs to step up, and he needs to fully fund the School Facilities Board, which means we're going to have to get revenue into our budget so that we can do the job. So stay tuned as we get through this amazing budget year for more information as we go along. Thank you.